Welcome to week 2 of the NRL finals, which means it's week 2 of MG Draws Finals conclusions. Obviously, MG not here this week, so we've brought in the next best thing, part of the Triple M NRL team, Ryan Girdler. Gerds,
great to be here, Liam.
do you feel honoured to be given the opportunity to draw finals conclusions?
Yeah, it's something I've never obviously done before. I saw MG's attempt last week. It was very interesting. So why not come in and have a bit of a shot?
Well, the first thing we've got to point out is last week we had MG, the tough, honest, hard-working forward, who was happy to just hold the drawing pad on his lap and work with what we had.
And he drew live?
He drew live.
Okay.
You've come in and you've demanded an easel.
Yeah.
You've asked that we be standing.
Well,
you said we have to wear sweaters.
I grew up with a show called Mr. Squiggle.
Mr. Squiggle.
And so I've always been used to the drawer sort of turning around, drawing and speaking. So I thought, well, why not recreate what was absolutely one of the best shows in, I think, the 90s.
Yeah, you can do
maybe
this upside
80s.
down.
Upside down, Miss Jane?
Yeah.
No.
Miss Jane, you
No,
remember her name?
I think I do. She was hot.
All right, let's get stuck into this. Ryan Girdler's going to draw finals conclusions. Let's start with Friday night, ANZ Stadium.
Yes.
The Bunnies taking on the Seagulls.
Yeah.
You can start drawing.
Okay, here I go.
It's a strong start.
You like that?
Oh, this is already way better than MG's.
Really?
Now, Friday night, the Bunnies taking on Manly, ANZ Stadium.
I think my scale's wrong.
You've got the two mastermind coaches, Des Hasler taking on Wayne Bennett. Sam Burgess in Girds comes back into the side. With all the talk around his suspensions and infringements, and he's described the judiciary as a kangaroo court.
Yeah, he has.
Do you expect him to change the way he plays?
I don't think he'll change the way that he plays, but I definitely expect him to change the way the Rabbitohs play. They were really dominated last week from the word go from the Roosters, and I think his presence will be enough, along with Dane Gagai. Stop laughing, by the way.
It's so good.
Along with Dane Gagai, big ins for the Rabbits, and they're pushing back in the back row, which I found a little bit interesting as well. So obviously up front, his brother George or Tom.
Tom's starting on the team. George moved back to the bench.
Liam Knight, and Sam's had a great influence over him so far this year. So yeah, I'm expecting the South Sydney side to improve a hell of a lot.
Your kids don't have rabbits as pets, do they?
I need to give.
While you keep drawing,
I need to give Mr. Squig a little bit of credit because it's not easy, doing this. No,
they're not playing the Eels.
Interesting.
What is that?
I'm running out.
That looks like an
Hang
eel.
on, stop it.
Sorry,
Hang
okay.
on, stop it.
We'll
What's
reveal
that?
in a moment.
I shouldn't have get. Do eagles have nostrils? I'm not sure.
Eagles, they've got beaks.
Yeah, I know.
Obviously, the big in for Manly is the return of Marty Tapau from suspension.
Yes.
You got to fight up Sam Burgess coming back in.
Yep.
Marty Tapau. I mean, this is exciting for those that love the forward battles.
Yeah, it's going to be. Well, Fanua Blake was fantastic last week, and Marty Tapau brings a lot of what sort of Fanua did last week. And so he ignites a lot of the offload and some of the second phase play that Manly are so good at. So he's super aggressive, great ball runner, great feet, generates quick play of the balls, allows the middle third of the game plan for the Eagles, which is dummy half running, Cherry Evans pushing up with the football. It gives them a little bit more, obviously, around those areas that we're really strong at already. And it's a big in for Manly. Is it big enough, though? That's the question. I mean, the thing is, last week I don't think the Sharks, they had an opportunity to go over to Manly there against an inexperienced side and put some pressure on these young guys in crucial stages. They never did it. Yeah. I think South Sydney will. It'll be a closer game, and I think a lot of these younger guys in their second or third game now that are still in the side are going to find it a little bit hard to keep up with the tempo and the pressure of finals football against a side that are serious about going all the way. And I think that'll be South's attitude this weekend.
All right, Ryan, are you ready to reveal your finals conclusion?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, reveal. Now, this is.
Started strong.
You know what this is? This is how the Roosters played last week. This is your first half right here. This is a good bunny.
It is a good bunny.
Right?
I'm happy with him, a bunny.
What is that?
Well, I ran out of room.
You thought they were playing Parramatta, didn't you?
It is eel-like, isn't it? That's why I got confused. It needed. Yeah, I'm not happy with the head of the eagle, but and I would have liked the hands to actually go around the throat.
Yep.
And because I think this weekend the Rabbits are going to take the Eagles by the scruff of the neck. So that's the gist of it.
Yep.
Execution,
Yep.
probably a little poor, as you said, around the Eagle, but I've got to say I'm happy with my bunny.
No, and look, if this is hanging, when this is hanging in the National Art Gallery, Rabbitohs Strangle Seagulls is the title, and I think there's your prediction for Friday night's game.
That's it.
All right, you're ready to go into... Now,
Yes.
when I asked you to do this, you said, I'm confident about drawing the first game.
Yeah, well,
You
I had
said
an
you were-
idea how to draw a bunny.
You said you were less confident about the second game that we're
No
moving
idea
on
how to draw a storm. But anyway, we'll see how we go.
All right, let's move on to the second game of
Now.
week 2.
Okay.
Storm taking on the Parramatta Eels.
Yeah.
Do you need some inspiration to start with?
Well, I don't. I think you know what? This is a game that it's up in the air for me because momentum's a wonderful thing in finals, and Parramatta have got a hell of a
Have
lot
all
of
of
it,
it.
don't they? And
Yeah.
so Cameron Smith spoke after the game. One of the things he said is, we've now lost. We need to regroup, and we need to understand that we need to go the long way around. And mentally, that's a big challenge for the group, and it certainly is. And he's acknowledged it, and it's not a way the Storm usually go.
Yeah.
So they need to now reload against the side coming down there full of running, even though they get to play in Melbourne. Parramatta, for some reason, I don't know. It's just. I just don't know whether they've got the key players under pressure in long periods to be able to compete with the Storm. You saw that with Canberra last week.
The more talking you do, the more
Okay,
it makes
sorry.
me feel like you've got no
Okay,
idea
all right.
what to draw for this game.
How did I draw an eel again? There it is. All right.
All right, Girds are
Okay.
going to get started here. So this is the Saturday game down in Amy Park in Melbourne.
Look out! Look out!
Wow,
out.
he's using all
Look
the
out.
space. The Storm coming off that 12-10 loss to the Raiders, which a lot of people, I think you tipped the Raiders to win that game.
I
Girds.
did. I did.
But no one tipped Parramatta to do what they did to the Broncos, 58-0.
Yeah.
Hey, don't stop.
Sorry,
You got to
sorry,
keep
sorry.
going here. This
I
is
just got a cramp.
58-0. Look, I'd love to see you incorporate a pokie machine into your drawing, if you could, just to a bit of a sledge at the Broncos. As long as the Melbourne Storm stay off the pokies the night before, you reckon they're probably going to be a real solid chance in this game?
Yeah, I do. I just think that they don't often get beat twice at home, or they lose 2 games in a row, and with obviously a chance to play the Roosters, the Roosters next week to qualify for the grand final. I just think that they just might be able to just outlast the Parramatta. I think it'll be close.
You've put your lid on your text.
Yeah, I'm done.
I've seen it. Is this seriously what you're rolling with?
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Well, do you want? No, hang on a second. Let me. Hang on. You're not happy with that?
It's not helping.
Not happy. If you want me to fill the paper, I'm happy to. But I think this will be a really close game, and I think Parramatta are really going to frighten the Melbourne Storm.
Yeah.
But I just don't think they're going to get it done this week.
All
So
right,
I'm
show
going
us,
to tip
reveal.
the Melbourne Storm. Lightning's going to strike the eel, baby. That's a tongue.
That's a ton.
Does it look like a tongue? Okay.
Now, some people say quality over quantity. You've gone for neither. There's not much there, and it's not very good.
It's abstract. But it's fair to say that, again, I thought I'd started quite well.
Yeah,
And
it's a good lightning bolt.
it's a nice lightning bolt.
It's a good lightning bolt. MG's
Yeah.
was literally, he did a lightning bolt last week and it was a line. It was an X.
Okay,
essentially.
yeah, no, there's a little detail in the lightning bolt.
His eel was much better than yours was.
Oh, how, okay.
Oh,
I
he had
didn't
some
see his
electricity
eel.
coming off it, and
Oh,
he had
did he?
some patterning through the eel. Anyway,
Okay.
but the message is clear: is
Yeah,
the
that's-
Storm
Yeah, so I
kill
think
eels?
I think we're going to. I think the top 4 sides, the sides that finished in the first 4 of the regular season, will play off for the grand final
All right.
positions this weekend, next weekend.
Your predictions come true. We see a Roosters Melbourne Storm prelim on one side, and we see a Raiders Bunnies prelim on the other.
You got it.
All right, Ryan Girdler, thank you for drawing finals conclusions.
Thanks for having me. I hope you have me back next week. I
Yeah,
really enjoyed
well.
that. I'd love a shot at a rooster. Or what about a Raider? I'd like to do a Raider next week.
Raider.
See you
Brilliant.
next week.